All right, Megan, it was fun to ski with you the other day. I know we've already reviewed this together, but, we got to give your dad something to do, right? Waiting for the turkey to get ready tomorrow. We can, watch some videos. Let's check it out in regular motion and slow it down.
Okay, go.
All right. Like we were talking that day, you're very hippie. And you said, yeah, well, I was a hippie once for Halloween. So as we talked to that day, we really want to try to work on using more ankles and knees to initially roll the skis up to a nice high edge angle at the top of the turn, giving us a good platform to push against. And we'll eventually move the hip in, but let's remember to edge our skis from the snow up. So ankles and knees first, and then we'll move the hip in as speeds warrant it. Number two, we get our feet, particularly left footers, get your feet relatively close, and it's hard then to roll up the skis to a nice high edge angle at the top of the turn. It's also hard to pressure the outside ski as much with our feet that tight. And what do you end up doing on these every time is you got to regain the width, so you kind of get that little divergence, the V going, and that's how you regain the separation of your feet. So let's keep a consistent width on left footers. The right footers here, we have the width. Sometimes we go into this scissoring or the V. You're on a ski team, not on a V team. So how do we correct that? We got to be more committed to the outside ski. Practice lifting your inside ski up throughout the turn. Get used to being balanced over the outside ski, because you're kind of cheating. You got a little weight and kind of starting to turn a little bit on the inside ski. Right, so think about that. Potentially pulling the inside foot back and tipping it up, will help also. Obviously, if we pull it back, tip it up, we can't do that divergence. The divergence only happens when the ski is a little flatter. Again, tight feet on the left footer. We just talked about that. Obviously, you're gonna have to use the V to get regain back some width in the feet. Hands. I don't think we need all this. Got a lot going on with these hands. This was the task with slalom here. Just want to keep them out in front, using wrists, keeping our elbows in front of the body. But the hands come back, and then you swing them forward to pole plant. A lot of unnecessary movement. Kind of a conjunction with that, the hand swing is really kind of bending over and jacking at the waist. And I think it's just too much. Ideally we want to have our upper body kind of mimic our angle of our shins. Now, not a whole lot of. There you go, some ankle flexion there. But we kind of you kind of collapse at the end of the turn. So I think it's hard to be quick, foot to foot, side to side, when we're collapsed over like that. We want to pressure the skis more and bend the skis in the fall line here by really just pushing with our legs as opposed to kind of collapsing the upper body. And maybe that's what you're trying to do to bend the ski. But use those strong legs you got instead. They're really not in a good balanced position. If you hit a bump here or something, you would clearly rise up to try to get your balance back. You're not really in a good balanced position to absorb, kind of terrain. So those are my thoughts. And again, enjoyed skiing with you. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next weekend.